Okay, so today is May 22nd and is the let's see it's the third day of the third month in Enoch calendar. And so far, all this news, it's just like continuous of the drama. And so recently I just kind of thinking about, God has warned us that like a lot of false prophet, right? At the same time, a lot of news that are deceiving, because Satan and the fallen angels are trying to lead us astray and turn our focus to something else instead of what is coming and what is real. So let's see. So I've noticed that a lot of so-called prophet, they've been they have like so many prophetic words every day. It's every day, at least 1 or 2 times a day. So it got me thinking that it's fake, because I don't understand why they there are still so many people follow them, because there's no way God will talk to the prophet every day or several times a day. It doesn't make sense, because look at the Bible, like God have the angels to contact the apostle only once a while, and so, and at the same time, it's like there are some so-called Christians. They say they offer coaching classes to teach you how to hear from God and teach you how to hear from Holy Spirit. That is really rare, because you cannot train by doing that. If you can train by doing that, which means you are practicing witchcraft, right? And technically and literally, you are listening, hearing from the demonic spirits instead of God and Holy Spirit or Jesus, right? Because you cannot train to do so. You have to be the person to genuinely follow God and believe God and Holy Spirit, of course, and Jesus Christ. So that is really bizarre that you can sign up for classes to get close to God. It just, how ridiculous it is, right? It should be coming from your heart, not from training, Anyway, so that is what is one thing I want to share. And another thing I want to share is I've noticed that the demonic spirits keep jumping from person to person to attack me. I'm sure that it's not only me, right? It's like if you notice that like some times, for example, like that person, for example, his name is David. David, on a regular basis, he's, mellow and nice and friendly and, not like a complaining person, not a person that create conflict. And all of a sudden, like one day he like just opened his mouth and yell at you and blame on you on something that just non-existence. Then the next day, another person, like let's say called Sabrina, and she usually is like rather peaceful person and not like an argumentative person. Like all of a sudden, like the following day, she turned into like a really weird person. Like try to pretend, pretending like she couldn't hear you when you're trying to talk to her, like something that is related to something important, not like just gossip or like whatever, like just chit chat. But she like pretending she couldn't hear you. Like after a few times you call her name, then she like finally, like you can look at her face, like turn into like whatever, like okay, I will answer your question, that kind of thing. So it's like I kind of noticed that lately, like for the past week, it makes me feels like it's like the demonic energy, like jumping from one person to another to attack, in this case me. And it just like out of the blue, like all of a sudden, like for no reason, because like I rarely how do you say it, like interact with them just once a while, so there's no way that like there's something that create between them and me turn into conflict, you know what I'm saying? So that is just during this week. So I figure like right now I believe something major is happening soon. That's why the attacks like switching from one tactic to another. So to me, it's obviously like per week. So if you have watched my previous videos for the past like 2-3 weeks, so 1 week is attack me by literally killing me, trying to kill me, and then the following week was having like a broken glass or try to hurt me, like I step on broken glass, and at the same time like people acting really weird. Then this week is the attack from last week is so regular, like those argumentative people just trying to attack me. That's normal, right? Because they are personally, their personality are already argumentative and always complaining, and so it makes sense, right? So this week is like from people that like usually I not really interact with, and at the same time they are not argumentative person, just like a normal regular person, but all of a sudden turn into like, oh my god, like try to bite me or something. So that is from one person to the other person. So it's like they're not doing that like on the same day at the same time, but it's like from one person today, and then tomorrow is another person, and then the next following day is the third person. So it's like jumping the demonic powers, jumping from one person to another and then to the next person. So every day is different person. And so I'm thinking, it was like the past week, right? So I'm thinking, what will happen to me this week? What type of attack will be, So it's rather interesting to me that the attacks like is different per week, it's just made me feel like maybe one thing is, you can tell that if a person is not grounded and not mentally and spiritually not what's that called, not strong enough to protect him or herself from the demonic energy's influence, then those demons can just jump from one person to another person to attack us. You know what I'm saying? And if those people are mentally and spiritually strong enough to prevent the possession of the demonic powers, which is from demons, then they wouldn't be all of a sudden turn into a evil person, right? So so that is that. And I think it all comes to, first of all, the potion, and second of all, even though like so many people like have had the potions, and not everybody still break down to the level of like cannot control themselves mentally and spiritually, right? I think different person has different time frame to be completely broken down by the potion, and then they will become defensiveless, and demons can control them at any time they want. So that is what my conclusion is from my experience from the past week. Then a lot of YouTubers, like they say they are prophets or Christians, watchmen on the wall, and they like recently they keep repeating the same thing. Is they say they are of God, they are led by God, and pointing fingers to other people that if they have messages that are opposite from what they say, then they're not of God. So they keep saying that this over and over again, like, at least few times a week, or like, so it got me thinking, if you are of God, you don't really need to say it, right? You already proved it by your messages. So that is like, I feel like those people in this is what is increasing, the frequency that they trying to prove themselves is increasing. So which means we are at the very end, and the major event, the trigger event, is gonna happen anytime very soon. Let's see. So and at the same time, let me think. Right now, I've not also noticed that there are a lot of people, they really negative. I think they are living in a very negative lifestyle, and all they have in their mind is negativity. So for example, like, let's say I have a normal conversation with them, and I just ask like normal question. I say, what do you like to, what is your favorite food, or like, do you like a very common thing, like, do you like pasta, do you like food in general, and do you like this, and do you like that? And they always have, the question is, no, I don't like it, it's too greasy, or like too salty, or too sweet, or too plain, or like there must be something that they can complain, and a lot of things that I can't find anything that they like, because they not necessarily only food, like in general, like in life, like do you like sunny day or rainy day, or something that in general. So so they always find something that they complain, not necessarily true, but they just like made up something that they just want to complain, So I think it's just like I think the demonic energy is like really trigger like a lot of people to be very negative and argumentative. At the same time, they always wanted to argue with people. So they never want to have peace within themselves and towards people, other people. So it's really, I feel sorry for them, because they're so bitter and they're so sad. They feel like so angry all the time, Everything is wrong, and in whatever they see, whatever like other people do. So they like very angry all the time. Like they get angry at every single thing. So that I've noticed, like the number of people like negative people increasing, like to the point of no return, I guess. And I just want to say we have this coming weekend to look forward to. Is the High Watch, and starting from the 28th which is Sunday, 29th and then 30th, because the 29th of May is the 10th day of the third month. So the 10th day is Noah, and everybody's got raptured, which is they on board on the boat, on the ship. And then the beginning of June is another high watch time, June 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. And it's the 14th day of the third month. So, which means starting from this weekend into the whole week, next week, this period of time is a high watch time. And so today is Monday. Lately a lot of news, non-stop, and they just push out a news regarding the U.S. debt negotiation within the government, and it says that the narrative says that they cannot reach an agreement and on the verge of default. So that is just continuation of the drama with different episodes to keep people attention, right? So let's hope it's this coming weekend then.